Hey everybody, this is Kristen and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with something really cool and a little bit different from my normal, and I want to tell you guys about the Mystery Quilt Challenge that Cotton Cuts puts on. And they do 2 a year, and right now we are gearing up for the fall 2018. And I learned about this because Kim over at Cotton Cuts actually contacted me asking if I'd be interested in sharing this with all of you. So I took a look and it's a pretty cool thing. So it's not your traditional block of the month where you make, everybody makes an Ohio star, or, I'm gonna make one star here and then the next month it's a different star or a different pattern. You never know what you're gonna be putting together. So the way that this happens is it's every month you put together something. Maybe it's a triangle, maybe it's a square, maybe it's a rectangle, but you don't really know what you're going to end up with at the end of your 10 months. So it's a neat premise, and you have about, get my notes out here, my little Cotton Cuts pad. You have 12 different colorways. So you have a chance to, get together with a group of friends, a quilt guild, or just say, hey, I'm not great at picking out fabrics, and they do it for you. So that's really one of the nicest things. So I was looking on there and found a couple that I thought were really pretty, and I think everybody will be able to find something that works for them. So, what in the world is this mystery quilt? And what what Kim did, she sent me two different, what do you want to call it, clues. So she sent me clues 5 and clues 6, and this is what they come in. So it's there you go, a plastic baggie. All of your pieces of fabric are already cut out for you, and then when you open it up, inside you also have a piece of cardboard, so your fabric's not going to get smushed in the mail. And like I said, inside of that you've got your full thing of clues, your directions of what to put where. And you're going to notice that in the fabric it says like number 6 or number 1 or 3 or whatever it is. And they actually also give you, on your first month, they'll give you a like a code chart. So Kim sent me the Prague fabric line. So this was from the spring one that they're currently finishing up. And that is this one right here in the middle. So it's red, white, and blue, which, as you can tell with these guys right here, I'm loving it right now. So that'll tell you fabric 1 is this color, fabric 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that way when you get these clues and it tells you put a fabric 1 with a fabric 3, you can take a look and refer back to this sheet. So all of that makes a lot of sense. So then you get your fabrics out, and so I've got a bunch of triangles, and you'll notice all of these are die cut, and the edge is already clipped off for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's one of the great things, is if you don't have time to cut everything out, if you can't hold a rotary cutter comfortably, if you flat out just don't like cutting, it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. It saves so much time and so much frustration, and it really makes it easy for you. So they cut out different triangles, I've got squares, and all of this makes it go together really easily. So you've got your fabrics cut out, you've got really well written directions, and really it only should take about 30 to 45 minutes, unless you're like me and you're still learning and you go really, 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 really slowly. But that's okay. That's one of the great things about this, is it's for everybody. I've never put together a full quilt. I've done wall hangings, and that's it. So this is a really nice opportunity for beginner quilters to learn how to get that perfect scant 1/4 inch seam. And actually the directions give you a little how-to as well. So if you're not sure if you actually have that scant 1/4 inch, figure it out. Take those directions and learn, because it makes a huge difference. Because if you're off in one spot and then you try to put everything together, your entire quilt is going to be wonky. So you definitely want to make sure. So that's one of the things I like about this. If you don't have a lot of time, it's great. If you're a beginner like me, it's really great practice. I can just focus on the sewing, not the cutting and the picking of the fabrics. I can just focus on making sure I have those good seams. And it's also good if you don't want a house full of scraps or worrying about, oh shoot, I now have a whole like 1/4, you know, yard that I need of this one fabric and it's discontinued, and where in the world do I find it? So you don't have to worry about any of that, and that's great. So we have all of the stuff we need together. You also get to do this with, you know, people from around the world. So there's options for, you know, people to ship it overseas, and it's actually free, which is awesome. So you could be, you got a Facebook friend that's over in New Zealand, you guys could do this together, which I think is pretty neat. I've got a couple friends that I've met through quilting that are over in Scotland, and the UK in general, so being able to connect across the ocean is a pretty neat idea. So, what else? We have this year's, these are the ones that are open for you to sign up for now. So last one that they're in the middle of doing was all city names. So the one I'm working on was Prague, and I think they had like Barcelona. And these ones are all based on dances. So there's like the foxtrot, the jitterbug, ballet, Roomba. So it's kind of fun. They always have a different theme. And when you sign up, if you want to sign up, there's 2 options. There's a size large, which is 72 by 72, and that's $25 a month. Or there's a size small, which is 48 by 60, and that's $17.50 a month. So it's really a great way to make a nice quilt without having to have all of that cost up front. You can kind of parcel it out a little bit more. So if you're a quilter like me who's very much on a budget, you know, I can plan for that $17.50 or $25 every month, and it makes it a little bit easier for me. So I put together some of, I put together clue number 5. So I showed you 6, that's the way it comes. And quilt clue number 5, which I put over here. This one is all about the triangles. So I have my directions, my information on scat 1/4 inch seams, and here's what we're doing. So this one is just putting together half square triangles. So pretty simple. So in my clue number 5, I got 3 different colors of triangles, and again, these are all die cut, so they're exact, and my favorite part is they already chopped off the ends, so you don't have to even worry about doing that when you're sewing them all together. You don't have to go and cut the ends and, you know, make a little bit less bulky. It's already done for you. It's those little things that I love about cotton cuts. So I had all those, and then I also have a nice big strip of fabric. So all together, this clue makes 12 of the little, I don't want to call it a block per se, because it's not your traditional square block, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to call it a block. So the directions say that I need to put a red and a white together and do that twice for the one block. And then I'm also going to put a blue and a white together, and I do 2 of those for one block. So altogether I need 4 half square triangles, and then I'm going to use one of those long rectangles as well. So I get those 4 together, surprise, surprise, I put 2 together, 2 together. So this is what you should have. And then, naturally, you probably already guessed it, it comes in, you sew these together, and then you add your big rectangle on the bottom. So this is my block for Clue 6. So like I said, it's not always going to be your traditional, like a regular block like we think of as a quilt, like a monthly quilt block thing. It is literally, this one is a rectangle. I think block 6 I have like a square and a square kind of block, so it's a little bit more traditional, but I still don't know what I'm doing with them or where they're going within the larger quilt. So it's very much a surprise. So for 10 months you get patterns, you get fabric, and on month 10 you get the directions to put it all together, and then all of a sudden you see what the whole quilt was. And I think it's just kind of a neat idea. It's different and it's really quick and easy, to be quite honest. You know, I was a little skeptical of, okay, well, they're sending me stuff. Is the pattern going to be well written? Is it going to be easy for me as a beginner to do? And it really is. So much so that I was actually going to go on and buy a subscription myself. And I went on last night and I'm looking at the really cool colorways. And I decided, and I'll even show you guys, I decided I was going to get Foxtrot, which is this one right here. And I go on this morning to sign up, because, you know, last night they had plenty of inventory and I wasn't worried about it. I go this morning and they're sold out. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty disappointed. I really wanted to join in on this. So they have an option for you to put your name on a wait list. So I did. There was one other one that I liked. I don't remember the name, but it's this one right here, more of a like a traditional, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm completely blanking. But it's Adidas Star Sequoia line, and then Foxtrot is Moda. You think I would know this. It's one of the Moda lines. I will look it up and put it in the link down below. But so both of those I can't get in on. So I'm on the wait list, guys. If I get lucky and one of those two becomes available, I will join up. But definitely hop on, check it out. There's still some lines available, and there's a couple which are currently out of stock but have a high probability of getting more fabric in. So check it out, do it now. And if you do, you can't get a discount with a code that I give you, but you can get a free gift. And you want to use the code RANGER. So I have a little handwritten note, is use the code RANGER. And inside my little baggie are some pretty awesome pencils. So this one says, I can totally make that. So on and so forth. Material girl. Measure twice, cut once. Always a good idea. Don't dream it, sew it. I actually dreamt, you can't see the one right above that one. There we go, with the blue flying geese. I actually kind of dreamt that one and randomly made it, so it happens. And bobbins are a girl's best friend. So use the code RANGER and you'll get a free gifty for signing up. And I think that's pretty awesome. You know, they don't have to do that. They don't have to give you more of an incentive, but I think it's really nice that they do. And in addition to that, if you don't think Cotton Cuts is awesome already, check out my other videos. They do send out fabric bundles every month that you can sign up for that are curated just for you, which is great. And they also just have a great philosophy as a company. They give back to the community. Some of the purchase will go towards making quilts for kids in need, and they also have part of their, guys, I'm completely blanking on words today. Part of what they want to do is give individuals with intellectual disabilities or other hardships could be, you know, physical limitations or anything like that. They give them meaningful work that they can feel proud of. And that's something that really hits home for me. I've got a niece who has some difficulties, and for her to have a chance to work somewhere where she's respected and treated fairly and like she's like any one of us, and that means a lot to me. So if you think that's a great cause, which I obviously do, and you want to sign up for a mystery quilt, or you want to sign up for one of the boxes, go online, check them out. I'll have all the information down below. Again, this mystery quilt, it's either $17.50 or $25 a month, depending on how big you want your quilt. 10 months, they send everything to you with all kinds of really easy directions, and it's a lot of fun and really easy even for a beginner. So check it out, sign up, and hopefully I will be able to join you all in the fun quilt suspense. Alright, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know, drop me a note, check out my other videos. I always have something kind of fun to say, or at least I try. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe pretty please, and I'll talk to you guys later.